Hi everybody, it's me, your favorite girl. I haven't made a video in a second, so I decided to make a video. As you see, I am smiling, trying to anyway. I wanted to do this video on my yearly extractions and my yearly experience with dentures. For my newbies out there and everybody that, you know, wonder this, that, and the third. I was anticipating this video for a while. I was waiting on the yearly anniversary of my extractions and my dentures. Alright, it's been a ride. I had my extractions done on December 7th of last year, and that was the worst for me at all. It was just the worst for me because I feel I just lost everything. I feel like I lost everything and I would be over. Why? Because all I did was smile. I mean, my smile wasn't all jacked up, but the health-wise of my teeth, the wear and tear had got so bad they had to extract every single one left. So if you all haven't watched the video on why I had to get dentures, I'll do a briefing now. I had to get dentures because I had a calcium deficiency when I was having my children. I was pregnant with my children. I didn't have any calcium because I was lactose intolerant. So nobody told me you can get some calcium pills or a little chocolate calcium and all that. Nobody told me all that. So I didn't drink milk as I should, so I learned the hard way. This was like crazy, but I would take a little bread, okay? So I would take a small bite into some soft, brand new, freshly opened bread, and my teeth would crack. My teeth would chip off in that bread. So at the time, it didn't bother me at all. It didn't harm me at all. But later on down the line, it started bothering me. I would have to have teeth extracted here and there, back teeth gone. Then after a while, I would be eating on my two front teeth. That's how it would be showing. So when I did go to the dentist for him to tell me the bad news, he was like, how are you digesting your food? And I'm like, I chew on my two front teeth. It was like second nature to me. So it wasn't a big deal. I was used to doing it, so that's what I was doing. So he was, he let me know, like, you wore down your two front teeth. And they were so worn down. He let me see how worn down they were. I mean, they did do x-rays and all that, but he literally could move my two front teeth in my mouth. And I was like, what? And I wiggled the two front teeth and I was like, what? Are you serious? So You know, and that day, I had told my son, like, me and him, that was our appointment, and I told him, like, they can have these teeth, I'm done with them, I'm tired of painting, and her, because I would have the worst toothaches, like, ever. Like, I would have toothaches that would just make you want to end it all, like, for real. So, some toothaches worse than others. I would rather have labor pains than toothache. And some people may look at me like I'm crazy, but my toothaches were so hard. They were so hard. So, he, you know, by the doctor, the dentist sent me first. I went in and I came back looking crazy, and my son like, "Mommy, what's wrong?" You know. And I was in like a state of shock. I was like, I was just playing, you know. And told this story so many times. I was like, I was just playing. Excuse me. He was like, "What do you mean you was just playing? About what?" And I told him, I'm like, I was just playing, you know. And he's like, "What do you mean?" You know. And I'm like, in a state of shock. Like, I felt myself in a twilight zone. And he's like, Mommy, what is wrong? You know, and I'm like, they have to take them. They have to take all of them. And a tear streamed down my face. My son was like, Mommy. I was like, yeah. They have to take everything I have. So he, you know, it was his turn to go back there. And I felt a rumble in my body because I knew I was about to bawl and I was going to shake that whole building. And I had to run to find a bathroom so that I can bawl in the bathroom. And I did. I cried so hard. I cried for a minute. And by the time I was done crying, my son was ready. He was done, and the dentist needed to talk to me about him. And he's talking to me. He's trying to prep me like, you're going to have the most beautiful smile. You're going to have brand new teeth, and you haven't seen what they can do, and I promise you, you're going to love it. I'm sitting there like, there's nothing you could say to me right now that's going to make me feel better. You know what I mean? And I know that's his job. He was trying to, but there was nothing he could have said to me, and no one could have said to me to make me feel any type of like, for real. Like, I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want to hear none of that, you know. So, I called my ex at the time, and I'm crying. I'm like, look, I gotta tell you something. And she's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, I gotta tell you something. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, if I tell you this and you tell anybody, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I threatened him. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, they have to take all my teeth. And I broke down again. And he was like, no, just go, just leave. I couldn't leave this was when my child was back there too, so I couldn't. He's like, no, don't let him do it. Just go. Like, I have to. They're wondering how I digest my food. It's so bad. You know, my two front teeth are loose. They are loose. Like, if I was 6, 7 years old and my teeth was loose, they were loose. That loose. You know, and I don't know if I had teeth problems all my life with the calcium situation because I was born with 2 teeth. Yes, I was born with 2 teeth at the bottom. They, my mom said they dissolved or something. They were soft. I'm like, ugh, like, I couldn't imagine my kid coming out with something that they weren't supposed to have yet, and I'll be okay with it. I think I would have been like, That's not mine. Bring me my baby. You know, and I would have been freaking out. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it was my dad's side that had a deficiency thing going on with the teeth. I just don't know anything. I just knew this was like hell for me. Okay, so it's been a year later. And I have my days where I like to eat. I like to eat. Appetite's done picked up. And I like to just go and eat. I don't like to have to do the extra stuff and go plaster them in. I hate really doing that. Have to go plaster them in and before I go eat. After I do all that, I'm not even want to eat. Now I'm good. But I have issues with that. I have issues with the self-esteem thing. Like, is anybody gonna like me? Is anybody gonna talk about me? Because, you know, do my teeth look fake? Like, are they gonna be dogging me out and stuff like that? Are they gonna be shallow? But then I realized that's their problem. If they're shallow, it took me a whole year to get to where I'm at now to feel this way. If they're gonna be a shallow person, that's the last person I need to worry about. I don't need them in my life. I don't need to be around them or any of that. Because guess what? I'm still the same person that I was before. I'm still the same person that I was when I had the, you know, the teeth, my teeth. They are beautiful. I can't say. They're beautiful. I still can smile. I'm working on my self-esteem, so that means I have to work on me. I have to. I have been. So, I smile. A lot of times, more than a lot of times, I will walk around without teeth in my mouth. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all because, like I said, I don't really want to do all that extra stuff. I'm gonna eat. I've been eating on my gums, just hurting my gums. Like, oh my God, my whole mouth feel like it's gonna die. Just fall out my mouth. But I made a vow to myself a few days ago. You're gonna start wearing your dentures more, and you're gonna get used to them more. And you should have been used to them now if you would have been wearing them. But I haven't been wearing them. Like, I probably should have been. Well, I know I haven't been. Wasn't wearing them how I should have been. And I have to be comfortable in my own skin. And all I get is positive comments. So it's like, what is wrong with you? You're getting positive comments and you're still tripping? What are you running for? Get over yourself. It is what it is. You have to have it happen. So either they, you know, they accept you for who you are or they don't. Forget them. Who are they? They don't call the shots, you do. You know? So, excuse me, y'all. I had a Pepsi and it's working me. So yeah, took a year for me to do this, but I've made so many videos, and I hope I helped so many people. And it's like, the videos that I've made, people ask me, like, how you're yourself, you know, you feel some type of way about your teeth, but you make these videos, and the only thing I can say is, you know, I just look at it as I'm talking to my phone. You know, I'm not talking to an actual individual like the videos when I'm taking them out and showing how to clean them and how to put them in and all that, it's like it would be weird. Like, how are you strong enough to do that, but you feel some type of way about them? So yeah, I just look at it as I'm looking at my phone, just talking away, you know. So yeah, that was my year of having my dentures. And my extractions done that day was crazy. I remember vaguely that my daughter and my oldest son, he took me and, you know, I had to drive maybe almost 40 minutes away. And he took me and everything, and my daughter went with me. And they, you know what? I'm going to make this a part 2 video. So look out for part 2 of my year of having dentures or something like that. I'll have it figured out by then. But I'm going to make this video a part 2. So be happy, be bright, be you. And look out for the part 2 of this video soon. Love you. Bye.
I'm tired of the usual, tired of the same.